Hello students, welcome you all. So now we are going to discuss exercise 6.2. So let's read the question. Find the value of x and y, then show that AB parallel CD. So we have to find the value of x and y, and also we have to show that AB is parallel to CD. Now let's start. Here you can see in this figure, this 50 degree and this x, they are linear pair. So you can directly write 50 plus x equal to 180 degree. Why? Linear pair. Okay. Now implies x is equal to 180 minus 50 is equal to 130 degree. So we got the value of x. Okay. Now again you can move to here. You can see y and 130 degree, they are vertically opposite angle. You can write vertically opposite angle are equal. Okay, so y equal to 130 degree. Here they are vertically opposite angle. Now we have x equal to y equal to 130 degree. We found the value of x 130, y also 130. Okay, so here x and y equal to 130 and they are same, but they are alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angle, you can see x and y, they are alternate interior angle. Therefore line AB and CD must be parallel. So you can write like this: AB parallel CD. Okay, as alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say two lines are parallel. Okay, now we'll move to the next question. So here is the next question for you. In this figure, if AB parallel CD and CD parallel EF, that means AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF. Okay, so CD is parallel both the two line. Okay, so we have a theorem that if one line is parallel to more than one or more than sorry, if one line is parallel to more than two lines, then all the lines are parallel to each other. So here AB parallel CD parallel EF, that means all the three lines are parallel to each other. Here what is given to us? Y is to Z equal to 3 is to 7. Y is Y is to Z equal to, you can write it here, Y is to Z equal to 3 is to 7. Okay, we will assume that one angle here, that is O. Okay, now you can write as CD parallel EF. Look at the figure. CD line and EF line, as they are parallel, therefore angle Z will be equal to O. So angle Z is equal to angle O. You can write Z equal to O. Okay, now yes. So let y equal to 3x and z equal to 7x. Why? Because it is given to us y is to z equal to 3 is to 7. So we will assume y equal to 3x, z equal to 7x. So O is also equal to 7x because z is equal to, so as z equal to O, if z is equal to 7x, then O is also equal to 7x, isn't it? And what was y? Y equal to 3x. Now y and O, they are linear pair. You can write here y and O are linear pair. So y plus o is equal to 180 degree. Implies you can put the value of y is 3x, o is 7x. So 3x plus 7x equal to 180 implies 10x equal to 180 implies x equal to 180 divided by 10, which is equal to 18. Okay. Now as x equal to 18, we have to find the value of 3x. So 3x equal to 18 into 3 equal to 54 degree. Now 3x equal to 54. Similarly, we have to find 7x. So 7x equal to 18 into 7. So it will be equal to 126 degree. Okay. So we have got 3x and 7x. Well, what we had to find? We had to find the value of x. Okay. Now one thing. So we'll write here x plus y is equal to 180 degree. Now one thing you remember here 7x and this x and this x are different because here x is one angle, x is an angle, okay, and this 7x and 3x we have assumed that from proportion, okay. So here x plus y equal to 180 degree. You just look at the figure here. Yes, one second. Yes, here x plus y, these two angles, sum will be 180 degree. Why? Because they are sum of the angles on the one side of the transversal. Sum of the two interior angle on one side of the transversal. The sum will be 180 degree. So x plus y equal to 180 degree. Implies you can write what values we have. We have the value of y. Who was y? Y equal to 3x. Now we have found 3x equal to 54. You can write which is equal to y also, and this is also equal to o or equal to z. You can write. Now the value of y. Now we can find the value of x. So x plus y equal to 180. So you can write x plus your 54 equal to 180 implies x equal to 180 minus 54 equal to 126 degree. Okay, so we got the value of x. This x, okay, is 126. So one thing you can do here, we have assumed that y equal to 3x, so you can take 3a or 3b like this. It will be easy for you, okay, because already we have a x here. Okay, so this is the solution. Now we'll move to question number 3. Okay, this one. See, in figure 6.30, if AB parallel CD, where is AB? This line AB is parallel to CD. Nice, nice. Now EF is perpendicular to CD. Where is EF? This EF is perpendicular to CD. That means this angle is 90 degree. Okay, then what this angle must also be 90 degree, na? Okay, as AB is parallel to CD. Now GED equal to 126 degree. Where is GED? Look at it, GED. Okay, this angle equal to 126 degree. Find AGE. Where is AGE? AGE, this angle you have to find. GEF. GEF. Okay, this angle. And FGE. Where is FGE? FGE. Okay, these three angles. 1, 2, 3. Okay, these three angles you have to find. So let's start. Here, first we will write what is given. Given AB parallel CD, EF perpendicular CD. Where is EF? This EF. Okay, EF perpendicular CD. GED angle GED, sorry, GED. So angle GED equal to 126 degree. GED, write it here. This angle 126 degree. Now let's start one by one by finding. We will find this angle first. GEF angle. You can write angle GEF, this small angle GEF, this angle, angle GEF is equal to angle GED minus angle FED. Look at the figure. This GED is equal to, this angle will be equal to this angle, that means GEF, this angle GED, this angle minus this 90 degree means FED. Okay, now implies GED angle GEF is F equals to what is GED? Look at the figure. GED that was given to us 126 minus FED. FED is your 90 degree. It is given to us because FE is parallel to CD. It is given to us. So minus 90 degree, which will be equal to here 6. It will be 36. So 36 degree we got GED angle. This angle is 36 degree. Now GFE angle, what? This angle will be 90 degree. You can write directly angle GFE is sorry, E you can write here. GFE equal to 90 degree. Okay. So you have now in this triangle EFG, in this triangle you have this angle, that means angle GEF is 36 degree, another angle GFE is 90 degree. Now you can find this angle, isn't it? FGE, that is wanting FGE, na FGE, this angle. So sum of three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. In this way we can find FGE. Now in a triangle GFE, you can write GFE, write the sum of all the angle. First you can write the angle we found, this 36, GEF, angle GEF plus this 90 degree angle GFE plus angle GFE plus the angle we want FGE. FGE is equal to 180 degree, implies the values we have GEF angle. Look at the figure angle again. GEF, this angle is 36 degree, so you can write 36 here, plus GFE, you look, GFE is 90 degree, so it will be 90, plus FGE, we don't know this, we want this FGE equal to 180 degree. Now we'll write it here, implies 36 plus 90, we add them, it will be 126 degree, plus FGE, give the symbol, equal to 180 degree, implies FGE angle will be equal to 180 minus 126, which will be equal to, here it is 54 degree. So FGE angle is 54 degree. So we wanted FGE, we have found FGE, this 54. GEF we wanted, GEF, this angle. Okay, so this is also 36, we have already found. AGE, have we found AGE? Where is AGE? AGE angle, okay, this angle. Now We'll clear the figure. AGE, we'll move to AGE angle. Okay, now you look at the figure. We want AGE angle, this angle. What will be this angle? AGE angle will be this angle sum, isn't it? So you can write, where will write? Okay, here. Angle AGE is equal to this angle GED is equal to angle GED. Why? You can give the reason. They are alternate interior angle. Alternate, ALTER, alternate interior angle. Yes, they are alternate interior angle, then they must be same. It is given to us that GED equal to 126 degree. Implies that AGE will also be 126. Implies AGE is equal to 126 degree. Okay, it's a direct question. So we got this 126. This angle is your 36, and this angle is your 54 degree. We got. Okay. Okay, you can use some different way also to find this angle. Okay, now we'll move to the next question, question number 4. Okay, let's see what is question number 4 is saying. Okay, in this figure, PQ is parallel ST. You can see PQ is parallel ST. Okay, these two lines are parallel. It's not line, they are edge. Okay, now PQR equal to 120. Okay, PQR angle is given 110. Then RST equal to 130. RST angle, this is 130 degree. Find QRS. Okay, QRS, we need this angle QRS. Okay, one thing we have to draw here. What we will draw? We have to construct line XY through point R. Okay, such that XY is parallel to PQ, or you can write ST. Okay, if XY is parallel to PQ, then it will also be parallel to ST, because ST is parallel to PQ. Now, first we will construct XY parallel PQ. Now XY is parallel to PQ and that is parallel to ST. Okay. Now let's see, first we have to find this angle. If we can find this angle and this angle, then we know that these three angles are on a single line. Their sum will be 180 degree, so that we can find this angle also. Okay, so let's start. First we will find XRQ or QRX angle. Angle QRX equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree. Why? Because these two angles are on one side of the transversal, interior angle on the one side of transversal. Okay, you can give reason. Angle PQR and angle QRX are angles, interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Okay, now implies angle QRX will be equal to here 70 degree. So we have got the value of angle QRX. This is 70 degree. Okay, similarly we will move to here. Okay, you can write in this way or in this way also. You can write angle TSR plus angle YRS equal to 180 degree, then give the reason. Okay, again angle TSR plus angle SRY, these two angles, okay, is equal to 180 degree. Give reason. interior angle on the same side of the transversal. Interior angle on the same side of the transversal. Okay, implies you know the value of TRS, TSR, this angle 130 degree. So you can write 130 degree plus SRY, we don't know, SRY equal to 180, implies angle SRY equal to 180 minus 130. So it will be equal to 50 degree. So we have SRY angle, this angle 50 degree, QRX angle 70 degree. Now we can find this QRS angle, this angle. So here again we'll write angle, this angle right, QRX plus this angle QRS plus this angle SRY is equal to 180 degree. Why? You can give X, R, Y is a line region, X, R, Y is a line. Okay, so this is the region. Implies, now you put the value that you know. This QRX, look at the figure, QRX is 70, you can write 70 here, plus QRS, do you know the value? No, we have to find this. Okay, write QRS plus SRY is here 50 degree, so plus 50 equal to 180, implies QRS plus sum of 70 plus 50 is 120 equal to 180 degree, implies angle QRS is equal to 180 minus 120 is equal to, now you subtract them, it will be 60 degree. So QRS angle equal to 60 degree. This angle is 60 degree. Okay, in this way we can find. So question number 4 is also complete. Now we'll move to question number 5. Okay, quickly let's see. In this figure, if AB parallel CD, now AB is parallel to CD. APQ equal to 50 degree. PQ, okay, this angle is equal to 50 degree. PRD equal to 127. PRD, this angle equal to 127 degree. Very nice. Find X and Y. Okay. Find the value of X and Y. Okay, we'll first start with X. Now you see, it is given that AB is parallel to CD. Therefore, this 50 degree and this X, they will be what type of angle? Alternate interior angle, isn't it? Therefore, X will be equal to here 50 degree. You can write this angle APX as AB parallel CD, angle APQ is equal to, you can write directly X equal to X. Why? Alternate interior angle. Write alternate interior angle. Don't write AIA. I am just writing it to make you understand. Implies angle APQ equal to X. So APQ is 50. So 50 degree is equal to X, or X equal to 50 degree. Now you find X as 50 degree. Okay. Now you see this angle PRD is equal to 127. So angle APR, this angle will also be equal to 127. Why? Because they are alternate interior angle. isn't it? As AB parallel CD and PR is the PR is your transversal. You can write again angle PRD is equal to angle APR, implies PRD equal to your 127 equal to angle APR. Now angle APR, this is equal to 50 degree plus y, isn't it? So you can write implies, in this place you can write 50 plus y is equal to 127, implies that y equal to 127 minus 50. So it will be 7 and 7, 77 degree. So we find the value of y 77 degree, and we had already find the value of x, that is 50 degree. Okay, find x and y. So we had to find x and y. Now we have found x and y. Okay. Now question number 5 is solved. So we'll move to question number 6. Okay, so this is the last question, I suppose. It's the last question. So see, in figure 6.33, PQ and RS, in this figure, look at the figure. PQ and RS are two mirrors. So two mirrors are here. First one is PQ and this is your RS, placed parallel to each other. So here it is given to us PQ parallel RS. So an incident ray AB strike the mirror PQ at B. So incident ray, you can see, I think in science we have you know about incident ray and reflected ray. So incident ray AB strikes the mirror PQ at point B, and it is reflecting back. Okay, and this, it strikes back the mirror RS at point C. Okay, what we are looking at, what we can see in this figure. Okay, and making a line ray BC. Okay, now mirror RSC and again strikes back along CD. So again it is striking back towards CD. Okay, prove that AB parallel CD. Okay, what has happened? You see, AB is a incident ray that is striking PQ mirror at B. Then it is reflected. So you can say this is the reflected ray. It is reflected towards BC. Okay, it is reflected towards BC and strikes RS mirror at point C and again reflected back towards D. Okay, so light is coming from here, came reflected at B, again came to here, then again reflecting back here. Okay, now what we have to prove? We have to prove that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so we have to construct here one thing. What we will construct? We will construct BE and CF. Where is BE? Look at it. BE and CF, such that BE perpendicular PQ, BE is perpendicular to PQ, and CF is perpendicular to RS. CF is perpendicular to RS. This much we have to construct. Now, as we have constructed BE and C or CF, they are perpendicular. That means this angle are 90 degree. Therefore, BE must be parallel to EC. Sorry, FC. These two lines. The two lines must be parallel. So now PQ. Where is PQ? This one. As PQ is parallel to RS, therefore, so BE parallel to CF. This BE is parallel to CF. Now you can see we have written in the figure some angles are being generated, angle 1 and angle 2, angle 3 and angle 4. Okay, you know that incident, you know that incident angle is equals to reflected angle. In your class, science class, you must know that it has been, I think it has been studied to you. Key incident angle here in this case, this is your incident angle, this is your reflected angle. So incident angle must be equal to reflected angle. Here in this case, this is incident angle, this will be a reflected angle. So you can write, so angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2, angle 3 is equal to angle 4. Why? Because incident angle is equal to reflected angle. Now, it is given, we have constructed that BE is parallel to CF. You can add, but BE parallel CF. So, angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Therefore, I will clear the figure for you. Okay, now you see, as BE parallel to CF, this angle 2 must be equal to angle 3. Why? Because they are alternate interior angle. You can write alternate interior angle. Okay, angle 2 equal to angle 3. Now it was earlier known that angle 2 equal to angle 1 and angle 3 equal to angle 4, isn't it? So you can write implies angle 2 plus angle 1, you can write angle 2 plus angle 1. As angle 2 equal to angle 1, we can write angle 2 plus angle 1 will be equal to angle 3 plus angle 4, isn't it? Because they are same. Okay, now implies this angle 2 plus angle 1, angle 2 plus 1, this becomes angle ABC. Angle ABC is equal to angle 3 plus angle 4, you can see this becomes angle BCD equal to angle BCD. But what type of angle there, you see? Angle ABC, this angle equal to angle BCD, this angle, but they are alternate interior angle. Why? For if AB and CD are two lines and BC is the transversal, then these two angles, angle ABC, okay, angle BCD will be alternate interior angle, and here these two angles are equal. ABC angle equal to BCD angle. As alternate interior angles are equal, then two lines will be parallel. We have a theorem. Okay. Therefore, you can write so, or therefore AB parallel CD. You can write here, but they are alternate interior angles. As alternate interior angles are equal, two lines will be parallel. Therefore, also AB parallel CD. Okay, clear? So, now we have completed question number 6 also. So, this is the end of this exercise. So, you complete the exercise in your copy. Now, thank you.